Hello everyone and welcome to Damsels and Dice. I am the DM and here are my Looney Tune players. We're gonna hope to get a lot done today. A couple of wrenches thrown in initially, but let's go ahead and jump right in.
It's a little dicey.
But this is how we roll.
You didn't pause for us.
You didn't pause for us, Madison. What's wrong with you?
I was trying not to.
Okay. We let you have your
If
part.
I'm being honest, if I'm being candid, if I'm being honest.
Okay.
If you get to have your funds, we get to have our
too.
funds.
Funds or funds?
Both. There are no dollar bills here.
At any rate, let's go ahead and jump right in. The traveling cousins, along with their relative party members, have been traveling northward in an attempt to try and save the sprites after an encounter with Talel, the sprite poison master, several weeks prior. They have been traveling non-stop, essentially, from town to town, to try and locate individuals who have been abducting sprites, evidently. For what purpose, they are unsure. But they have traveled from Willends to Bomberg to Pathstow. They went to Sogso, and now they find themselves in Pineview. And now, in Pineview, after anticipating only staying a singular day, awoke to find that there had been a murder in the town. 2 individuals had been brutally killed in the streets. Unsure, initially, of what could possibly be the culprit, or who could possibly be the culprit, they set out to clear their name as the newcomers were instantly the suspicious individuals who were questioned. After several conversations and a relatively quick discovery of Jeda, a local, or a relatively new local, who evidently is what they are seeking, a lycanthropic individual, a werewolf.
Wait, what? What was the name of the beggar? His name was Jeda?
We didn't actually.
Oh. Because I was like, oh, I didn't write that down.
No, you didn't. You didn't actually ask it. No. Oh, no, you did. You asked his name at the very end.
Oh, yeah. I guess I just didn't write it down. That's fine.
Yeah, use your eyeballs.
My terrible notes over here.
After speaking with Jeda, he was essentially able to persuade you and clear his name, saying that he was not actually the culprit and that he believes that someone else might be framing him in order to get him out of the area. Now, after this particular conversation, you guys now have decisions to make. It is still relatively early, not just around midday or so. And you know that the full moon, the true full moon, is approaching swiftly.
Well, if you only transform at night, I say that we wait and patrol the streets during the night to try to find this particular individual who's harming the town people.
Yes. Obviously, we need a way of, like, if we don't want to kill him, because obviously he said he didn't want us to kill him.
Jeda looks a little bit unsure. Is it what?
Oh, it's an amulet that turns things to stone. So once he transforms, if we find him, I can just turn him to stone until the morning, and then I can thaw him. Thaw him after I thaw him.
I know, but first you have to be able to turn him into stone. It might not work every time. Do you know the word?
You actually know who this person is?
No.
I've been looking around for some time now.
No, we're saying that we're going to wait till it's nighttime, and then we're just going to patrol around a bit. and see if we can find him. Since obviously he's going to be out and about tonight. It's a full moon.
All right. I guess I... All right. Well, if you need any help, let me know. He goes and actually goes back to fishing out that same rabbit. And kind of chews on another piece of it. And shoves it back in his bag as he's just got a little bit tucked in the corner of his mouth as he's chewing. Scraggly teeth, scraggly hair, just...
Okay.
I think we should go now.
Are there any behaviors that you may be aware of while you're in your werewolf form? Are there any places that you feel more attracted to?
Not particularly. I mean, woods are as homey as it gets.
I mean, obviously it came through this woods, so I mean, this would at least be a good place to start.
Right. I mean, I think it's living in the town.
Well, I mean, yeah, but obviously this is its escape route.
Well, maybe. I think it was trying to frame him in his werewolf form to try to get for us to find him or Jeda instead.
Then obviously he's doing this shit on purpose.
Maybe maybe it's like the Hulk. Nobody gets that reference, but
What's the Hulk?
gee,
Who's that?
in D&D world, what's the Hulk? It's kind of like alternate personality. Like
Jacob actually is like, actually, I think I have heard of that. It's an old folktale, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is.
But a strong man goes wild in the woods.
A troll with thoughts?
Yeah, exactly.
Like
That's
a troll
actually
with
a man.
thoughts.
Yeah, I think that's right. Mm-hmm.
It's like a troll wolf. Werewolf.
A
Troll.
troll.
He's a troll.
Okay.
That's cool.
We're just having this conversation. It was okay. Sorry.
Wyatt is just grabbing the bridge of his nose and is just contemplating quietly to himself.
Okay. So, what time is it now?
It's about midday.
Okay. So I guess we just wait.
We all have like all our spell slots and everything. Like we're all strong and good, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
I'm just gonna say like, I mean, should we like go take like a small nappy time in case she makes us like roll Constitution later in the middle of the night?
Yeah. Because we'd have a point of exhaustion if we stayed up all night. Yeah. But I'm gonna practice with my amulet just to make sure I know how to cast it.
Who are you gonna practice that on?
Just the thing. I can practice it on things, see if it works.
Are you sure?
I know.
You turned me into stone. We are going to fight.
Do you actually?
No, I know how to like dispel it. Okay, so I'm gonna pull out the amulet and I'm gonna go over to like a rock.
Yeah,
really.
I really don't think that's gonna work.
I'm gonna go over to like a fallen branch or something to see if it works on anything or only live.
Okay.
So I'm gonna.
Sure.
I guess there's a word on it or something.
Technically, when I did detect magic, it should have told me well, I guess not really. That's just like the nature of the magic. It wouldn't really tell me if it worked on anything, would it?
Well, that would be an identify spell.
Don't you have identify?
Yeah, I do. Because I cast, identify on it. So, so I should know how to use it in...
Yeah, and you did.
Yeah, and I used it to dispel things.
explained it once before.
But I haven't used it to, like...
Wouldn't she know then if it works on, like, non-living creatures?
I do believe I remember explaining this once before. When you initially obtained it.
Hey, look, Kenzie, I don't take notes for you, fam. But, I mean, I can look if maybe I did.
Just in case, and as a refresher, in case my memory is mistaken, it only works on living creatures.
Okay.
Who fail a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
And it takes an action.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely didn't write none of that shit down, so...
Okay.
See how nice I am.
Very nice.
I feel like she's leading up to something very terrible.
Remember that.
I mean, I did tell her my plan beforehand, and she couldn't remember last night.
Why do you keep telling her things you shouldn't tell
I
her?
wanted to make sure it would work. Okay. I'm calling it.
Bringing it back in. Bring it back in. Focus.
Sorry.
I'm gonna type it up in here too. So what is this, like a stone amulet?
Yeah, something like that. And it's wisdom saving?
Constitution.
Oh. Okay, I'm good. So I would already know how to cast it and how to uncast it. Okay.
And then we have those 2 other gold amulet things. Did you ever cast Identify on those?
Jacob, at which point, kind of pipes up and says, not to be a downer in any of this, but other than this guy, I haven't noticed anybody else acting strange or suspicious, and there are only so many of us. If we are all trying to patrol, or if we try and tell other people to patrol, what's to keep this thing from attacking maybe 2, 3, 10 other people before we actually manage to get to it?
I mean...
Is there, he turns to Jeda. Is there any way to try and figure out, is there any way to, any other, identifying markers? I mean, you showed us the silver in your hands. I mean, we just go around slapping people with silver. And
I mean, honestly, that's what it takes.
Our weapons. You have something to say, Talavin?
I mean, if that's what it takes, I'll be going around fucking slapping all kinds of bitches with silver. That sounds really... I'm sorry. I mean, I don't know, because...
Well, Talavin, there's a little bit of a problem with that. As you see, not everybody takes kindly to being slapped. Especially with some kind of silver piece. And saying that we're outsiders, I doubt anybody is going to willingly let us subject them to tests.
I mean, we did say
just
we were going to work with the guards, so we could tell them. I mean, this is technically
Who said we could work with the guards?
We said we were working with the guards. That's how we got.
Do they know we're working with the guards?
Yeah, you all were there.
I only know that they said we were allowed to investigate. I didn't think they were going to help us.
I mean, technically, if they want this problem solved, they should help. I mean, if they don't want to help, and obviously then we could all... But, I mean, I feel like they would want to help stop the murders in their own town. I would hope, if I lived here. Definitely hope they would want to help.
Okay, let's see. What do I have?
But bringing it back to my other point, you said that silver worked on you. He turns to Jeda and is talking to him. He's like, is silver the only thing that's going to work? Is, our blades, our arrows, our daggers completely useless against this thing? At which point, Jeda, as he finishes off the rest of the rabbit leg he was working on, he wipes off his mouth and... I mean, I know that the effects on your sword will work, but, if you try and actually hit it with your sword, it's not going to be effective. You might have to work on something. You might have to get another weapon. He's like, let me see. And he takes his sword, takes a look. Yeah, this won't work. Hands it back to him. Jacob doesn't even bother taking out his daggers, and he's like, great. We're gonna have to go find something to take care of that then, aren't we?
So enchanted weapons work, and silver works. So what if we had silver weapons that are enchanted?
Make an intelligence check.
I will help.
I got a natural 20.
Never mind.
Ah, of course you did. Of course you did. You, being the weapon artificer that you are, would know that the silver is required in some elements of enchanting the actual blade. Your sword has an enchantment on it and has silver in the hilt, but not in the actual blade. So, for this evidently to work, it seems, based on what he's saying, it seems like spells will work. Like, whatever spell is cast from your sword will work. But when it comes to a normal blade, it doesn't seem like that will be effective.
Okay. So spells and silver.
Like you need a combination of the two.
Okay.
So technically her actual sword wouldn't work, like the cutting part would not work.
That seems logical if she tells you that.
Yes, I share this information.
So then my sword doesn't have an enchantment on it. Technically, I enchant it when I enact my Rite of the Lightning. So technically my sword wouldn't do anything either. It would just be the lightning that would do damage, not my actual blade.
Didn't yonder Misty friend have some really dope shit to sell?
I think she did.
I think she did too.
She had some electric axes. Were they made of silver?
We can find out. I mean, if it's because she just said that whenever you create a weapon that's already enchanted, there has to be silver within the weapon. So maybe.
Okay.
I mean, we can go find out.
Let's go find out.
Let's go find out.
Let's go to Misty.
Okay.
Tick, 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 tick. You guys.
We wanted to interact with
after-
Misty again. That's why we're doing this.
I don't like Misty.
She's interesting. I don't know what you're talking about.
Jeda gives you all a brief wave, his hand slightly bloodied from the rabbit he was eating. If you need any help, I'll be here keeping patrol. Yeah. And sits down at his camp and just begins scanning quietly as everybody follows one another out of the woods, or the relatively wooded area. You walk back along the streets, still thinking about interactions that you had with the elderly individual. And you come around the corner and you see...
No, another bloody body. Fuck.
Maybe not.
No, you don't see another bloody body.
That's good.
You see Misty's Inferno.
Oh, okay. The way you made it sound was that we were either about to have a really bad interaction or a really bad interaction.
No. Sorry.
Maybe I'm stressing too much, I think.
That's okay.
You're stressing too much. Do I seem stressed?
Do I seem stressed? I'm not stressed. Is this a stressful situation?
It's okay.
I'm stressed. What?
You all go in once again, and it is low lit. There is a bowl currently of flame on the table, and you see Misty is currently there, still carving and inscribing on what now looks like a sword, a long sword. And she's currently carving, engraving. Every once in a while, she'll dip. She has a small, what looks like a miniature forge, and she'll place the tip of whatever iron utensil she's working with, places it in, takes the next one. As it's burning hot, she begins continuing her inscription along the edges of the blade.
So technically my lightning javelin would work on this creature.
The lightning bit would, but you'd not be able to do piercing damage.
No, like my actual javelin is a magic item.
Yeah, but the magic affects it, but the actual sword doesn't.
Not my sword, my javelin. Because my sword is not magical, but I put magic on it when I do my rite of lightning.
So the rite of lightning.
But the actual, I'm talking about my throwing javelin that we found.
So
Because I'm pretty sure he said that would actually work.
Well, he said it would work because it's enchanted.
Yeah, so we need to get something like that.
Yes,
Or we
but
can
it's
just get
not.
a silver
It's not.
net and just fucking capture him.
Like
a large silver chain net.
Can I just do like well, no, we should probably just talk to her.
Okay.
Never mind. There's a little bell, right? Ding ding ding.
Mm-hmm. There's this this kind of gong over in the corner. Once again, she switches hands from her right to her left, continues inscribing, holds out a single finger. You see the enchantment ignite down the blade, illuminating. She places her utensil back. Her eyes flick over to you. Ah, hello. I was wondering if you all would come back. What can I do for you?
Well, we had an inquiry about some of your weapons. Since you do enchant most of them, we were wondering about the material.
All of them.
Yes, all of them. Apologies. What's your base material? Do you use silver in any of them?
I have a few higher end silvered weapons, yes. Generally speaking, I try and work with iron and steel. Silver is effective, but many people around this area can't necessarily afford a silver weapon. One of my more fine items for passers-by who wish for a souvenir.
Could we take a look at some of your silver weapons?
Be my guest. She points over her shoulder to the walls and walls of weapons. Follow the, well, I assume you can read, but you can follow the sign down at the bottom where it tells you the enchantment and components used.
All right.
Cool.
I'm going to continue my work.
Okay, we'll go
If you
over.
need anything, let me know.
Thank you.
Cool.
Takes another utensil that is burning red hot, and once again begins inscribing. You hear her muttering arcane words under her breath as you see the sigils being etched and burned into this particular weapon. So what are you looking for? Are you looking for a javelin, long swords?
Well, what does she have that is in the silver range? Because I already have a javelin, but so I'm not really sure about that.
She has pretty much any weapon you can think of, so it's basically what
Long
kind of
sword.
silver weapon do you want?
What kind of longsword does she have that is silver?
There are actually two long swords. One of them is, as you look at the tag down at the bottom, one of them is ice. You can see that there, as you go over, the actual signage underneath is just frosted over. You have to scrape away at the metal plate in order to actually read it. But it is a long sword of frost wielding.
And the other one?
The other one is fire.
Does it have like a price tag on these? Or would I have to ask her?
You take it and you flip it over, and your heart sinks.
Probably pretty low.
That's the price. It's gonna be expensive.
This particular longsword is 375 gold pieces.
The fire and the ice, they're both each 375?
Yes, each one is 375.
It hurts me to buy something because I can make it, but I don't have it now.
Technically, yours is enchanted, so you wouldn't need a longsword. You might need like a couple like daggers or something.
Well, the problem is that it's only the enchantment that would work on it, so the spike growth would work on it, but I can't do that in the town.
Oh yeah.
And then just stabbing it doesn't work.
Hmm.
I have to stab it with something silver. If only I'd inlaid.
Jacob goes over and finds two blades of lightning. And Tan takes them down and twirls them in his fingers. That should work.
Is he looking at swords or daggers?
He's looking at daggers. He finds two daggers. He takes it down.
I totally thought he was more of a sword guy.
And both of them are daggers of lightning.
Interesting. Are there any more lightning daggers? So, curiously, enchanted weapons, like, you use it once and it, like, a long rest and you can use it again, right? Like, this is not like a one-time use.
No, it happens every time.
Oh, every time. Oh.
That's the way that this particular kind of damage works, is it's every single round. The difference, because your enchantment is different, yours is spike growth, there's a difference between that spell and then consistently dealing different damage.
Fair enough.
Should I get the fire or the ice one?
I don't know. But I'm gonna get a dagger too. A lightning dagger.
Yep, there are 2 more daggers. Each one is 120 gold.
Okay, that's not bad. Oy.
Is there? Well, I guess I already have a javelin. Does she have any other javelins? I'd like to at least know what other.
She does have some javelins, but they are not silvered.
Okay, that's fine. Curiously, now that I am proficient in a shield, does she have any silver shields?
Looking about, you actually don't see any shields.
Okay, that's fine.
Or at least not silvered.
Are you only going to get one of those daggers? Okay, I'm going to get one as well. So, I'm going to get a lightning dagger, and I don't know if I should get the fire or the ice one. I want the fire or the ice, This is so hard. I'm going to get...
Roll for it.
Fire. Okay, I'll roll for it. High or low?
Oh, that's up to you, friendo.
Okay. High for fire, low for ice. Getting the fire.
You take it, it's very well balanced, and the fire, it actually, as you look at the hilt, it almost looks like there are flames curled up. The etching and design actually look like along the hilt, and right along the pommel is just this flame with, actually there's a ruby on the inside. It just looks like it's been placed on the interior of it. So that as it shines in this light lit by the forge, it actually appears to be on fire. So you look at it.
That's cool.
Yes! I like it. Love it.
Going to get the fire sword.
Jacob goes over and grabs the frost sword. He's like, might as well, right?
Yes. Sorry. I'm sorry.
And he looks and he's like, do we have to take time with these weapons to make sure that, they'll do what they need to? You see her once again hold up a single finger as she finishes inscribing and yes. Yes, you do. Of course, you don't necessarily have to, but if you wish to have the same effect, you ought to spend some time with it and get to know the weapon.
1 platinum is 10 gold, right? Mm. Okay. So would I just multiply that by 10 and that's how many gold I have technically in platinum? Okay.
You just add a 0.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, yes. While we have your attention, I'd like this dagger. And I hand her the 175 gold.
And I hand her the 495 gold for the fire and the lightning.
The dagger is 120.
Yes, 195. 495 gold is for the sword and the lightning dagger.
Okay, gotcha.
She takes it, and she doesn't even look at it. She just takes the bag, twirls it in her finger, and bounces it a couple times. Platinum. And sets it on the table. Jacob and Wyatt both come forward. Jacob gives her 240 gold pieces. Wyatt gives her 240 gold pieces, and Jacob gives her the 375 for the frost sword. And both Zoom and Adriel come forward and each give her 100 gold pieces for silver-tipped arrows.
Oh.
I didn't even look for arrows because I don't. Does she have any crossbows that are silver-tipped? I do have a crossbow.
You do not see any silver-tipped crossbow bolts.
Oh well. I can always ask. It do what it do.
Okay, that's all that I have.
My, quite the large purchase.
Well, it appears that there's a werewolf in town and silver weapons are the only thing that will affect it.
And so you came to me. How marvelous. Should you defeat this particular beast and make it out with all of your limbs, be sure to pass the word along that it was my weapons that helped fell it. I'd like to move locations at some point, or perhaps hire an apprentice to take over this forge. It'd be nice.
I see. We'll do what we can.
Poor Nora. I feel so bad for Nora. This is killing her.
I know.
This is killing her.
It's very painful.
This
That's me crossing my
rip
fingers,
out her
not
throat.
like killing her off. Because I'm lying. That's why. I'm not like, because I don't do that.
Behind her back, she's like, I'm not going to tell anyone. I'm going to claim
You
these
just feel
as
it
my
raising.
own.
Alright. So now that we have our weapons, does the dagger just do normal damage?
The dagger deals a normal damage plus 1d6 lightning damage. And that's every round.
Dagger does.
The fire is also a d6.
1d4.
Okay.
Okay, that's pretty good. I didn't have to spend all of my monies. Okay.
Okay, so the light dagger is 1d4 plus 1d6 damage. And then what is the longsword stats? I don't even know.
Let's look.
It's a 1d8.
With my
Yeah,
I
longsword.
thought Madison was gonna make me look.
Don't worry, I have you covered. And because I think a longsword is versatile, which means if you use it as a two-handed, you can actually get a d10 out of it. So if you grab it with two hands, you can actually swing harder with it. If I'm not mistaken, let me double check. Because I was wrong before. Yeah, versatile.
So I can do 1d8 with one hand and 1d10 with two hands?
Correct.
Yep.
Now, as a... because of what you are... Well, no, you would probably gain the proficiency... Let me double check something real quick.
I mean, I used one-handed and two-handed technically, but if I'm not proficient, though. I feel like lightning is becoming a theme for me.
Yes, it is.
I think so.
You you don't currently have a longsword, do you?
I have my two-handed / can break apart into two weapons. It's two-handed-ish or one-handed-ish. It's pretty versatile, honestly. It just kind of does whatever it
Let me
wants.
double check something real quick.
Because I know it's technically, we said that it was,
It's right here.
it is a great weapon. We did say that. We did consider it a great weapon.
It is a great weapon, isn't it?
Well, yes, it is. It is.
We're good. So, after making these particular purchases, what are your all's directives now?
I think we should go back to the room for now. Attune to our weapons and maybe take a bit of a rest. And kind of just gather our thoughts before tonight so that we're well prepared. Obviously, we can all just discuss any other further issues that we might have.
Right, Nora? Yeah, right, Talavin.
Do you guys go back to your room?
Yep, I think that would be best. Well, it's only midday. How long is a short rest? Is that like 4? It's like a couple hours?
It's an hour. Just an hour.
I was gonna say we could go try to talk to a couple more people before we go to a short rest. We technically have a little bit of time.
Do you want to take a short rest?
Yeah, you all got up maybe 4 hours ago.
Yeah, or do you want to try to go talk to some more people?
Let's go talk to some people first.
Okay.
Who are we gonna talk to?
I have no idea.
Okay, so how about we go to the area where the bodies were found, and are there any like houses nearby where people? Well, the bodies were found in like the town square, right?
Yeah, I think so.
They were found in one of the main streets, next to an alleyway.
Okay. Were there any like residents nearby? residencies.
Residential home.
There were so many people crowded together, it's hard to determine who was who. But you probably gathered that these people are locals.
No, I mean, like, are there like homes near the scene of the crime?
Yeah, they're all homes.
And
Homes and businesses.
So somebody found the bodies in the morning, but they saw them technically be attacked, like saw the creature with the bodies.
They saw a creature attacking these people.
Okay.
They were opening up their shop and came out right as this attack was happening.
So this shit was in the morning. It wasn't even at night, really.
Yeah, it was like super morning. Super morning.
Fuck. Bro, we're gonna be up all night trying to get this thing.
Exactly.
Let's go talk to some residential we could talk to the guards and like maybe see who was on patrol last night. I mean, they must have patrols at night too, at least on the walls.
Yeah, we could
right?
let's go talk to the guards.
Yeah. Let's go talk to our friendly, super not friendly, super friendly duo. There's only two of them. The female and the male duo. The unhappy and happy one.
They had names.
Yeah, I don't remember their names. It definitely wasn't Stella and Molly.
Nope.
Yeah, I ain't got no names.
None. Alright, it's fine. We go.
You guys wander about, make a perception check.
Okay.
Because you are trying to find these individuals.
14.
9.
Or I guess any guards, really.
I mean, yeah, I guess we can just talk to any guards to find these guards.
You do manage to find some of the local guards who, what are you asking them? You hail them down, start talking to them, just wearing very simple leathers, look a little bit tired.
I guess since we don't know yonder folks' names.
Well, we could just ask them, like, who was on patrol last night.
Yeah, that's fine.
Wanted to ask them if, we could talk to the people on patrol in case they saw or heard anything strange.
That's fine, yeah.
Well, I don't reckon know too many people who were out on patrol last night. I mean, we have a couple of people up on the... Something funny?
No, this is Sophia. She is highly amused with this. I love this accent. I love it. Because, I'm sorry, the episode that I'm in, Matt Mercer literally just did that exact one. And so I'm just like, I'm sorry. It's a replay in my head. I'm sorry.
Great.
I love it.
I don't know who this Matt Mercer is, but you know, I'm sure you need to keep it personal if you're gonna be asking me questions. There's a couple of people who usually stand guard at the main entrance, but you know, when it comes to actually patrolling the streets, we don't have too many people who are able to actually go through that.
Right. Do they stand at the guard tower? There's a tall guard tower, right?
Yeah, you should have seen it when you came in. It's right over there. He points, and you do very faintly see it.
Yes, I know. And they stay up there most nights?
Yeah. I mean, we have guards every night, but you know.
Okay. Do you know who was on that
we don't
watchtower
have enough
night?
people to patrol all of the streets. I think, was it Joey and Nigel? It's like, yeah, it was Joey and Nigel. I'm like, yeah, Joey and Nigel were up on the wall.
Do you know where they are so we can talk to them?
Sleep. I stayed up all night.
You got it, fam.
Gosh, this guy. Okay.
You alright, man?
I'm fine, thank you.
You're gonna make it.
I'll be fine. Do you know about...
You really don't seem like you're alright.
Do you know about when they'll wake up?
For their shift tonight. At night.
They sleep for 16 hours at one time?
Well, I don't know.
No, they don't. Go get these people for me, please.
Persuasion roll.
I'm sick of this. I got a 6. Oh, that's a 10.
He looks as like, get him yourself.
Where
Come
are
on.
they?
Go talk to the captain or someone who cares.
Cool
Just
as
keeps
cucumber
going
Nora
outside.
is losing her cool.
This is taking forever. I don't want to get sick of sprites. I don't care about werewolves. Okay. That was Mackenzie. I don't care about werewolves. I want to save sprites. We have to kill the werewolves. We have to save sprites. That was Mackenzie. We're gonna go get these.
I finally made them break. I've finally broken them.
With the country bumpkin of all things.
Woo! Yeah, there was no way I was talking to these folk.
Ah! Okay.
This man had 0 for intelligence. I'm going to tell you that right now as we're leaving. I'm like, holy moly! I've been to some back alley shit, but like, Lord have mercy.
It's like one thing to the next, the next. Okay, we're going to the guards who were standing up all night, okay? That is where we're going. I don't care what I have to do. We're gonna go talk to them. Because these individual interactions are killing me. I'm gonna just ignore. Okay.
Okay, you go up to the guard towers and you see 2 individuals who are currently standing guard. And they are actually both familiar to you. You see the same shaved head woman and the same kind of friendly young man.
These weren't the guards.
Did you all take care of those bodies then?
The girl looks over. Why don't you shout it louder?
I mean, I was standing right next to you. Wasn't shouting.
I'm up on the tower. How on earth are
We said we
you
were
just
we
standing up
walked right
next to me?
him, so I assumed we walked right up to him.
You walk up to the tower. You walk up to the tower and they're up on top of the tower.
Oh, well, you didn't specify, so I'm just gonna wave then. I'm like, hey, we're looking for Joey and Nigel. Could you point us in the correct direction, please?
They're asleep.
Yes, but they were on guard last night, and we would like to talk to them about the incident. If they have any information to help us capture and solve this horrific incident, would be very helpful, please.
Or if they told anyone about it.
You sound so concerned. And at this point, the other one looks over. It's like, seriously? Hang on. Let me help you. And it's like, you got watch up here? I mean, I can get one of the others to cover my spot. And he's like, yeah, sure. Abandon your post. I'll be sure to put that in my report. He just...
What is wrong with the people in this town,
They're so slow! Be faster!
He quickly slides down the ladder and he's like, look, I know they're asleep right now, but I can figure out where they are. Maybe see if I can wake them up.
What's your name? I don't know your name. And you've been so kind to us. And I
don't know yours.
I'm Talavin. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. I'm Gavin.
I fucking knew
Gavin
that.
Serpentwind.
I literally wrote that down. There's just like a random Gavin at the top of one of my pages. Damn it!
He reaches out for your hand.
And I shake it.
Didn't shake. He shakes your hand. He's like, quite the troop you're traveling with. Yeah, we're all part-time. Just doing what we can. Most of us, either volunteered for this position. I mean, not me. I mean, this is kind of what I want to do, but yeah, you don't need to really know that. Anyway, I'm gonna go find Joey and Nigel.
All right.
I'll be back.
Thank you.
And he takes off.
So helpful.
He is helpful. Oh.
He is the only person in this town that I like. I changed my mind about
she
Misty.
said you liked Misty.
Yeah, no, I changed my mind. I changed
Yeah,
it.
she actually wrote me a note. She said, I don't like her anymore.
LOL. I don't know, maybe before it was cool, but now I'm like, I just want to fight. I want to get out of this town. I want to save Springs.
Okay.
Medicine is keeping us here conservative.
You're hilarious. You all can technically leave whenever you want.
And technically, we would be fugitive because they told us not to
They
leave.
told us not to leave, and then they chose us.
That's up to you.
Even though
That's
they're
up to
part-time,
you.
they already, none of these people here like us.
We can't.
Except for
leave.
maybe Misty, but only because we just gave her a bunch of gold. So, but technically, her loyalty could be swayed with more gold, so, like, nobody here likes us. They'd be after us real fucking quick.
After about 30 minutes, Gavin comes back, and he has kind of dragging behind him one sleepy individual who currently, he's still like in the process of trying to like button up his trousers as he's being tugged away with one of his arms. He's like, seriously, get off. It's like, we'll annihilate you both. As he throws it off, and Gavin points to him, and he's like, this is Nigel Frey. He was on guard last night, right, Nigel? You weren't sleeping. It's like, of course I wasn't. He straightens his shirt. As he sees you guys, he immediately straightens up. And very subtly is trying to, like, tuck in his shirt as best he can. So, what can I do for you?
So you were on guard last night, and we're trying to solve...
His fingers get tied up in the knots. Yeah.
And so we were wondering if you had any information about the monster or
Creature,
wherever, that killed these people. Because obviously you were in the high place in the tower and should have seen it from the vantage point.
Well, yeah, we should have. If we were facing into the town.
You never look in the town and you didn't hear anything and didn't turn your head?
I didn't hear anything. Sorry, but I didn't hear anything last night. All I know is the area. 'Cause I went back and I looked after they told us what had ended up happening. I looked back and there's a blind spot in the tower. Backwards, right where that is. Even if I heard something, I wouldn't have been able to see anything.
that's curious.
That is curious. It's totally Gavin. Okay.
Damn.
Trousers are still kind of only half done. But he's
You
finished.
and Joey in the tower together all night?
Yeah, I was in one and Joey was in the other, but I mean he's passed out.
But you all know that you could see each other at all times? Like you were both in towers all night together?
Yeah. I mean the front gate towers are only 20 feet apart. I could see him all night.
Do you usually take guard?
He was telling me these really, really horrible jokes. He thinks he's really funny. You know, Joey thinks he's really funny, and it's telling me jokes all night. And...
Wait, but you said he was sleeping.
You said he wasn't. He's currently
He's sleeping now.
Oh, I thought you said he slept.
He's sleeping
during his
now.
Shift.
No.
Okay.
No, Gavin was making a joke to
No.
Nigel earlier, being like, you were
Okay.
awake, weren't you?
Is there a blind spot on both towers?
I mean,
the
I
same
can
blind
go
spot?
climb up there and check, but you know, based on where everything is. But
Would you mind,
I don't know.
actually?
Hang on, let me go. What?
Would you mind checking to see if there's a blind spot in the other tower as well, please?
Partially grumbles past, and you can see his breeches are starting to fall down, and he wrenches them up and just begins trying to tie as best he can. Just tie him up, and he climbs up and he looks.
I'm ever better roll
Like-
high.
Yeah, no, there's a blind spot here too. Right there.
Same one.
He nods. And climbs down and it's like, it's just one of the buildings. It just covers up the area.
What building is it?
It's a house? Someone's house?
Okay. So
I don't know who lives there.
Probably strategic. All right, I think
Copy.
that's all. That's all the information
Yeah.
we need. Thank you. We're sorry for waking you up.
We appreciate your time.
This was very informational.
Informative.
Right. You have to get up for that, Gavin. Slaps the back of his head. He's like, ow. It's like, jerk. Go to sleep. I'll just then get you tomorrow. And he goes off, just yawning. He's like, sorry they couldn't be of more help.
No,
No, sorry, he couldn't be more help. The other guy, I tried shaking him awake and everything. He's just passed out dead.
That was very interesting information. Obviously, whatever this creature is, it knows the town. Does Gavin react when I say that?
But if you look at him like that, yeah, he kind of gets this weird look.
Just giving information, just sharing information. I'm just like, yeah, no, he probably just knows the town.
It's an interesting thought, but I don't know anybody who'd, willingly go after somebody like that. I mean, I saw what happened to the bodies, and that was vicious.
Well, he might not have been in his right. It might not have been in its right mind.
Gavin looks. He's like, "Is there anything else I can help you with? I mean, I shouldn't really leave my post for too long."
So obviously there's you two during the day. What is your lovely companion's name?
Oh, her. That's Emma.
Emma.
Yeah, Emma McKinnon. She's a wild one. Make a perception check.
She is probably glaring the fuck out of us. No, that is.
I had a 2.
That is a natural 20.
That's a natural 20. You, Talavin, you pick up on this. Whenever he says she's a wild one, he reaches up and kind of rubs his neck. And as he brings his hand down and puts his collar back, you see that there is a very, very dark bruise on his neck.
Either she's abusing him or somebody gave him that. She could be abusing him. She kind of seems like a dick. Just saying.
I think she was referring to something else, but I didn't see it.
I'll tell you about it later. Copy on. So it's just like on. So it's like on his shoulder or like on his neck.
It's like where his collarbone is. It's above his collarbone, but it would be hidden by a shirt.
And does this look
it's
like
kind of an oval shape?
Injury, or like a hickey?
Yeah, like a hickey.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay, so they're definitely fucking. It's fine. Wild one, they are together.
Just gonna draw an arrow between them and say ship. Okay. I ship it.
I actually kind of.
Yeah, is there anything else I can?
I'll ship it too.
No.
If not, I'm gonna go back up in the tower.
No, thank you for your
no,
time.
actually, I was like in the middle of a question when I got interrupted by the insight check.
I'm sorry.
Or perception. So you and Emma, you all stand guard during the day, and Joey and Nigel stand guard at night. Do you have any other?
I mean, we rotate in and out. I mean,
do you have? Are there any other like? You have. I know you have several other guards within the town. Do you all make any other? I don't want to say watches, but like patrols anywhere specific during the day or night?
From time to time, I mean, we send people like around the outside of the wall, or like either on the inside or the outside to check for anything that might be like trying to get in. But really, we don't. No. I mean, when it comes to like the actual town and stuff, unless somebody comes to us with some kind of complaint, we generally just keep eyes on the wall. Check out for hunting parties or anything that might be coming.
And there's 2 gates in this town, yes? Or there was just one?
I thought there was just one.
Okay, there's one. Okay. Because I was going to say, are there other guards on the other side? No. Okay. So then you all mostly just look out of the town during the day and the night. Okay. Copy. Yes. No. Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, these walls are so tall. I mean, like if anybody's able to actually scale it, I'd be really impressed.
All right. Well, thank you for your time. We appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Enjoy your, I'm not going to say that. Have fun.
Goes back to the wall and you hear Emma, weirdos. just staring out, and he's like, I'm trying to be nice. Like, you could try and be nice too for change. Like, I am nice.
In bed.
Right.
Okay. So,
All the sexual innuendos. I'm done.
so he didn't hear anything, but we could go to the residents and ask them. But I mean, we're probably gonna get the same thing. It's like we just skip forward, like The Sims. You can like make it be fast.
Yeah, I guess that would help.
Let's go.
Yep. Okay. I
What's
guess that's
gonna
enough
go?
questioning for today. As we walk past, can we walk through the area where the bodies were found? I wanted just one more time. Are there any? So there's. I wanted like specifically how many buildings are surrounding this particular area. Is it like just like a row
The
of
streets are
buildings on
lined
either
with
side?
Yeah, it's a row of buildings on either side.
And they look mostly residential?
Yeah, residential. It looks like the residents are above the shops.
Okay,
So some of the, like, there's... Yeah, so, like, you see, like, there are a couple of, like, meat locations where it looks like maybe, like, not a chain, but essentially, like, one person, like, cuts the fresh meat, one person helps smoke, one person salts, and so they all kind of work together with the same meat, but each person, like, they go to different people for different things.
Okay.
And then, like, you see there's, a couple of bakeries. One person deals more with sweets, other person deals with more savories. I mean, like, yeah.
The two people that were killed, we never asked about them. Like, they could have some sort of connection together, or...
I think they were just out.
I know, but, like, obviously, it was early in the morning, so, like, obviously people would have been stirring, but what if... Because, I mean, obviously this creature waited all night to attack someone, if it technically waited. So it could have been specific targets.
Well, it was...
Because we didn't find any... We technically haven't... We don't even know who these two people were. They might have had a connection together. They might have had a connection to something. Did we ask about the people? Were they just two random
You didn't ask about them.
yo-hos?
I don't think it's fake.
I know you don't. I know, but I feel like it could give good information.
You gonna go back and ask the dude who buried him?
I mean, I was gonna go ask the guard, because... So, I mean, does this seem like a pretty kind of smallish town where people would know each other? Like, if I went to the guard that originally took us to jail, if I was like, hey, like, we're trying to, figure some stuff out. Do you know anything about these two people that got killed? Like, just information about them.
Probably. I mean, you'd have to ask him.
Why don't you go back and take a rest so that you can go relax? And I'm gonna go ask that guard a couple questions about those people.
Okay, I'll go fill in the others. As in, like...
Okay. She's gonna go back to the room, and if anybody wants to come, they can come with me, but if not, I'm just gonna go ask him a couple questions before I go back to the room.
Zoom comes with you.
Copy. Cobains, let's...
But the others go, Jacob, Wyatt, and Adriel all go back to the room with you.
Cool. Let's go.
You guys head back, and you all continue forward. Go ahead and make a perception check to see if you can find the overall captain.
That's terrible.
Does Zoom see it?
Yeah, does Zoom have... Because we've all been there. I thought I could just go. That is a 8.
You guys begin walking down the street, and you glance over, and you think you see somebody, and then you take 3 or 4 steps, and Zoom grabs your shoulder and kind of pulls you around, but seeing that he looks slightly alarmed that he kind of grabbed you, and kind of apologetically waves his hands.
No, it's fine. If you know where to go, let's...
He points, and you see the actual captain walking up the street.
I'm distracted today. I'm sorry. Go yonder to captain.
You see him. He's currently leaned up against one of the buildings. It looks like he was walking up that way, and then is leaning up against one of the buildings, watching people and chewing on a piece of dried meat as you all approach him.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
We've been, walking around town asking questions about, just trying to get any kind of information we can get. But I was curious about the two folks that were killed. If they had any connection to each other, or maybe what they do for a living. That may be why they would be out that early in the morning.
Those two, they were actually message runners.
Message. What does that entail? Like, is it just for the town, or do they actually go outside of this town?
Depends on the message. Sometimes they go around, they see if any of the guards need us to send any messages to anybody else. They go around to the different businesses, see if they have any questions. Sometimes they run to the next town a couple days away, but, they're fit.
So, curiously, did they have any messages? Do they write them down, or is it verbal?
Verbal. They keep it up here. Some of the people local aren't necessarily the well-learned type.
Oh. Okay. So they were up that early because they probably had a message to give to someone.
The earlier they get started, the more they can get out of their day. If they finish all of the businesses and finish with anyone else, they can go around and freelance. Ask if anybody wants to send a message to a loved one or help deliver things.
Interesting. And they usually work together? They're usually together? Or do they go off on separate jobs?
They're usually together.
Was there anyone specifically that you might know of that was sending a lot of messages recently?
I don't know. They kind of had their own thing going for them. They only came to town maybe it was before winter. Yeah, they came here in the late fall and started showcasing their running abilities. And so we were a little bit wary at first, trusting them with like personal information, but they really did the job. Actually, it was in the summer. I remember that now. It was like right at the end of summer, early fall. They came in.
And they haven't. There's no suspicion there for any criminal activity there, maybe? Just curious.
Not that I'm aware of.
Nothing following after them from wherever they came from?
This is the first kind of murder we've seen in 10 years. Anything else is kind of fair game. If something happens out in the woods, that's one thing. If it happens in the town, that's another. In the town, we haven't had anybody killed, especially not like this.
Okay.
You have any suspects? Or are you guys still trying to work to clear your name?
Just trying to clear our name. Don't really. Just been talking to some of the guards that were on patrol, seeing if they saw anything. They mentioned that where the bodies were found is a blind spot for the two towers, although they don't usually look into the town during their shifts.
Makes sense. Usually no one's out and about at night.
Alright, well, I'll let you know if we find anything else. We'll probably be out ourselves tonight. So maybe warn the guards so they don't shoot us.
I'll see what I can do.
It would be appreciated. And I turn and go.
As you guys are walking back, Zoom, as the guy, he looks back down the street, but as he turns out of the periphery of keeping eyes on you guys, Zoom.
I just kind of like, and I kind of just like bump him a little bit. I'm like, oh my God, don't do that. Don't. Oh God. It's so funny.
In the meantime, you guys make it back to the room where you see Talel, Jin, and Spice currently working together on some more vials. Some more vials of a bright blue liquid. They don't have they don't have very much done, but it's currently about halfway full.
That's very interesting. What does that one do?
It's the blue one is lightning.
It's the lightning one? That's what I figured. It's the lightning one, right?
Bro, we don't have any more of that black stuff, do we? I used both of them, didn't I?
Yeah, and then Nora's just gonna go, meditate for a second.
Make a perception check.
She needs to calm down a little bit. More like Mackenzie is, like, on edge today. 14.
You hear a very soft, subtle whimpering.
Oh, it's the puppies. Okay, that's gonna be much better meditation. Feeding puppies.
Go feed the puppies.
Okay, I'm gonna...
You go over to the blanket and they're all curled up. They are whimpering pitifully. Just
I'm going to go feed the puppies.
go ahead and make an animal handling check. Just a generic animal handling check. See if you can get them to take some munchies.
9.
Oh, 9?
9.
You're having a little bit of a hard time with these particular pups. Maybe you left them alone for too long. Maybe they're restless because they're hungry and they're just being a little bit unruly for you.
When I get back, I'll help her.
Mm-hmm. You only manage to partially feed one of them by the time everybody else gets back.
Okay.
So do you want... I will see that she is struggling. I will come and help her.
Eat! Gosh darn it, why won't you?
Oh, God.
No.
Oh,
sorry.
that is a 9.
Well, mine was 9 total.
Both of
mine's
you
9 total,
are
too.
just trying to get him to just latch onto the bottle, and they're overtired.
I'm gonna
They're
press
trying
the
hard.
digitation it a little bit. Oh, wait, is this water we're giving them?
It's milk.
Okay, I'll, like, warm it up a little bit and maybe see if... And I'll, like, warm it up a little bit, see if they like that a little bit better.
Zoom actually comes over after seeing both of you. He's just trying to give them.
I'm not
something.
trying to force feed them. I'm just trying to get... I'm not force feeding anything.
He waves his hand, takes the one with, he takes the little brown one, and fitting the nipple into her mouth, manages to get her to latch. And just begin stroking her head and stroking under her chin. He kind of looks at you guys and points like...
Show off.
Good for you.
I will try again. I'm gonna, like, rub his belly a little bit and, like... I don't want to, like... I know, like, his mother would probably, like, help, but...
Yeah, no, Zoom shakes his head and he points again, like, as he's stroking the head and rubbing under the chin.
I'll do that. I'll start doing that.
Oh.
Okay. You get advantage when you roll on animal handling.
Okay. I got a natural 20.
I got a 19 plus 6 is
There
25.
you go.
Without advantage.
25.
As you all see this, you see, oh, okay, and begin kind of massaging the area, and just kind of latch on. The warmth of the milk does help.
They were feeding off of my negative energy.
Yeah, really. Thanks a lot, Nora.
Stress. Okay.
I guess I'll feed
Happy
Onyx
and clean.
I'm gonna take after I'm done feeding him, I'm gonna take, like, a rag and I'm gonna, like, dip it in some water and, like, warm the water, and then I'm just gonna, like his mother's, like, tongue. It would kind of, and then I'm just gonna kind of wash him a little bit gently. Clean his little milk muzzle off.
Yeah, it's very, very cute. There's one point where he hiccups and there's a little milk bubble that just pops right at the edge of his lips. Just
That's way too cute.
just wiping his tears. So cute. For the next hour, you spend time with the pups.
I guess I'll, like, cuddle. I'm gonna like sit on my bed with him as I'm like cleaning him a little bit. And then if he falls asleep, I'm going to like I'm gonna like have him in my lap, and I'm gonna attune to my dagger and sword.
Okay.
I'm
Sounds
also
good.
Attuning.
All right, for another hour, you all attune to your various weapons.
Also, since I had that super horrible dream the night before, curiously, because I forgot to do it when I woke up, does my symbol that is around my neck that was technically in my dream turning to ashes look any different?
Make a perception check.
8.
You don't notice any difference.
Oof, that is trash.
Passive perception?
Passive perception 16.
This is an active watch.
No, Nora.
If it were tarnishing
Oh,
before your
no.
eyes, that would be a passive
Get outta
perception.
here, you nosy
Trying
shit.
to help you.
Do you want to come over and look at my symbol? I'm gonna. Oh, she's like a metal worker. I'm gonna like wave her over and be like, I can't tell if this is any different, but I think I don't. I want to make sure that it is still in good repair.
Go ahead, make a perception check. Or this is investigation.
Okay.
That's good.
Investigation. 22.
3. 3.
Oh, then no, it is. Okay,
22.
I can't add today at all.
After taking that time looking it over, you don't see any cracks or fissures. It appears to be a singular silver unit.
It appears to be a single silver unit.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Is this from your dream?
Did I tell you about that?
Yes, you did.
Oh,
Well,
did I?
you told me that you had a really bad dream. Because Jasper told me to...
Talk to me about it.
Yeah.
I can't remember how much I told you though.
You didn't tell me very much. You just said you had a really bad dream.
Yeah.
And that you made me... Well, you didn't make me promise, but you were like, hey, if I'm going berserkers again, stop me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So you didn't tell me.
Yeah. Well, it just, there was something in the dream, and it was, I don't know, I guess it was, when I was holding it, it was disintegrating in my hand, and I didn't know if, it eventually stopped, and it came back together, but I didn't know if maybe I had damaged it.
Oh, I see. Well, it looks fine now, so
That's good.
I think you're fine. Reassuring smile. Hands back.
Okay, thanks. I'll put it back on.
And at some point, like towards the end of our rest, I'm gonna go give Wyatt his hairband.
Yes.
Towards the end, though.
You walk across the way, around one bend, around the other, keeping close to the rope bridge that connects all of the trees with one another. You go over and you knock on the door. You see Adriel come to the door. Ah, hi.
Hey.
How's it going?
Pretty good. How are you all doing?
Can't complain. Finally managed to, she holds up the arrows and waves them. Feeling ready to, kill something. Or have it kill us, whatever it is.
Yeah, hopefully.
Did you need something?
I wanted to talk to Wyatt for a moment, if he's not busy.
Oh, sure. Wyatt, who's currently sitting quietly, just spinning the daggers in his fingers, eyes flick over to you, and he gets up. Sure. He goes outside and shuts the door. He stands pretty tall, and he looks at you, pulls down his hood. Yes?
Well, it's rather small, but I made this for you for helping me in the forge a couple weeks ago. I'm sorry it took so long, but we were otherwise preoccupied. So I cast a spell on it. So whenever you're in...
Enchantment sounds better.
It's enchanted.
You say cast
So
a
that
spell,
if
sounds
you-
like you're trying to
if-
cast a spell on him.
Love a spell, Nora. It's enchanted so that if you're in battle and you find yourself in dire straits, it'll keep you stabilized, more or less.
Oh, wow.
It's just as a thank you.
You didn't have to thank me. I'm just trying to help.
She hands it over.
Takes it. It's like, it doesn't fit around my neck, right?
I hope not.
You can give him a choker.
You can wear it on your wrist or as in your hair or something. It should work as long as it's on your person.
Oh. He pulls out his hair and he's like, yeah, it's unruly. And pulls it back in a low ponytail. Ties it back with the leather. Thanks.
Talavin has got like the door. No, I'm just kidding.
No,
the door opened a little bit. It's just like. No, I'm kidding. She's on the bed. She's laying down with her puppy.
Okay. Well, just as a
Yeah,
thank you.
thanks. Yeah. Wish I had something to kind of give back. I mean, usually that's how gifts work, right?
Well, you already gave me your
Or so Jacob tells me.
gift of your time,
The gift of time.
which is quite valuable. Anyway, I was
Right.
gonna give it to you earlier and then later, and then I thought since you all are helping with the what was it, wolf man
Issue.
the wolf man issue, it's probably best to give it to you tonight just in case. Not saying that you're gonna
Oh.
be attacked or anything, just it's
Precautionary.
Yeah, no, because that's reassuring. Yeah.
it's always a possibility. Anyway, that's really all. But alright, I guess I'll go back to my room now. And as Nora, she takes a step or two, and then she kind of turns back, and she's like, I'm gonna miss you when you all leave. And then she leaves.
Make a charisma check.
No!
I just wanted it to work!
No!
Ah!
Oh, your Christmas good. Your Christmas
I do have good charisma. No! 13.
13. You glance over your shoulder and you can just. He looks a little bit stunned, slightly taken aback, but you do see a curl of a smile in the corner of his mouth.
See, that's the plan I told you about. I didn't tell you about. Okay.
And he stays outside until you make it all the way back to your room. And as you go inside, you simultaneously hear his door open, and you both go inside to your respective places.
That went well. Okay. I was kind of nervous. Jasper forever, but Wyatt's he's fun to have around.
This is forever, and this is my plaything.
I didn't say
I can have you now and have my thing later.
You're
love
forever,
Wyatt.
but you
I
every
ain't gonna
once in
miss
a
him.
while.
I mean,
Little
possession's
Gavin
9/10 of the
Emma
law,
time
right?
here.
I mean, if you're right here, you're mine.
That if we part ways, that they're gonna be kidnapped or something, and then we won't be able to do anything, and they'll be like, where are they? And then
I mean, we can always give them one of our 2 amulets, unless me and you want to share them.
oh, well, we should at least for now separate them.
For now,
For
I have
the-
both of them technically.
You're talking to yourself. Well, tonight we should search in parties and we should separate them.
Okay, and you can have one, and I can have one. That sounds fine with me.
And then we'll be in separate
As she comes back into the room, I'm going to give her a sheepish smile, and I'm going to hold out the 2 amulets. I'm going to be like, here, I think you should have one of these. I've been meaning to separate them for a while. Here you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I do not put mine around my neck. I keep mine in my bag.
I put her on my neck.
Because I already have several things on my neck. I think I'm good.
You just weigh me down so many. All the children,
I
all
just
the
have
colors.
I have my dagger, my original, and then I have my holy symbol, but that's all I have around my neck.
Okay, I'm in a good mood now. That's good.
Had to get her out of that.
Do you all do anything else? How about this? What time do you guys intend to set out? And if there's anything else you intend to do, go ahead and state.
I
your
guess
purpose.
about what time would the moon come out?
The moon, probably after the sun's set, so it would probably be around, 7, 8 o'clock, around, roughly. Possibly sooner, by the time it gets dark and the moon starts to rise.
Yeah, I'm gonna say definitely after dark, and definitely when the moon is in full. Is it cloudy outside? Is it clear skies? Curiously.
Make a perception check.
Gets a 1.
The canopy
Yeah.
of trees is kind of thick, so it's
There's
difficult
still
to
sunlight
determine.
outside. Let me see. That is a 24.
24. Even through the very dense foliage of the pines, you are able to glance up, and right in between some of the branches, you're able to see it is a clear night.
I say around 7-ish, I'll get up and, well, I'm gonna say 6:30-ish. I'm gonna like get up and I'm actually gonna see if my wolf wants any more food before we're out all night long.
It's a good
Hint,
plan.
hint.
Yes, they are whimpering. They would like some food.
Okay,
Okay.
I will give them some food. And then
How long do you spend?
until okay, I'm gonna wake up at 6. So just keep pushing it back further. I'll get up at like 6 to feed the wolfie.
Make an animal handling check.
I'm gonna do it too.
And I'm gonna, if I do the same thing as what Zoom was showing us earlier, can I get advantage?
Yeah, you all are helping each other.
No.
Ooh,
Oh god, that was worse and worse.
19. You want one of my rolls?
19?
Yeah, can I have one of your rolls? That's a 15.
Not bad.
That's not bad.
15? That's enough. Yeah, that's enough.
Okay.
All of you, having all of these things in mind, having an idea of the technique, the proper technique to kind of help these particular wolves, you manage to feed them within about 40-ish minutes.
And then I'm gonna like.
But
clean them off
that's
a
like,
little
you
bit.
warm it, you clean them, that's the entire process.
Okay. And then I'm gonna like tuck them in, all real nice, and put the blankets on them and make them all warm. You want to put yours over here in my little nest that I made on my bed?
Both Jin and Talel, after tucking in Spice, look to you guys and say, do you want either of us to come along? Either, both?
She does have call lightning, and he's pretty nifty sometimes with his potions.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys
Should
can
we
come.
leave Spice alone?
Yeah, Spice can stay. She'll be fine.
Okay.
We'll just make sure
Actually,
we
that
lock
might
the
be
door.
very helpful. In case we're in the alleyways and they can maybe fly up. So
Oh,
we
and
can
like they
see
could be like,
an
she could be
aerial
kind
view.
of like an aerial view.
Oh wait, I
Wait, they don't know
have
we
beach
have them
ball.
though.
Yeah, I don't know, because I don't want these people in this town to know that we have them, though. If they're...
That's fine. It's gonna be nighttime.
Okay.
Yeah, we'd like you all to come along if you all are fine with it.
Jin, with a quick roll of her shoulders, I've been waiting to get out all day! Let's go!
Oh dear God. I'll bring, I guess I'm gonna have to bring, did that sword come with like a sheath? Like, or am I just
Yeah,
carrying
there's
around?
a sheath.
Okay.
There's a sheath that comes with it. Yeah.
I'm going to attach that onto my back. Like on top of my other ones for now. And I'll have to figure out something more.
How many
helpful.
do you have attached to your back? You should probably have it on your sword, or on your
my
side.
side? Okay.
Unless,
I don't really like
where
side.
do you have like 5 swords attached to your back?
No, I just have
Where are you placing your other swords?
So I have my 2 that are in like a cross hole.
If they're on your back, you need to have this one at your side.
Alright. I don't like things on my side. But that's fine. I can do that. It will be on my side then. And then I have, okay, I'm gonna bring, do we have healing potions? Does anybody have healing potions anymore?
Yeah.
How many do we have? Who should be carrying those?
I have one.
I have 1 medium and 1 regular now. You used to have more, now I don't.
I just have one.
Okay, so we have 3.
And healing herbs.
Well, I mean, I have plenty of healing herbs. I have plenty of those.
Okay, that's fine. We'll just go out with all of our stuff.
Okay.
We'll kill.
I'm gonna give my regular healing potion to Zoom, and then I'm gonna keep the other one for me,
Takes it and smiles.
just in case I need that later. And so I'm not holding it on myself.
Tucks it in his pouch.
But if you need it,
He goes over and grabs Talal.
I guess Jen can fly. She'll be fine. Unless she wants to ride atop a shoulder. Because I was going to say we could go down and have a little bite to eat since we haven't really eaten all day.
Nah, that's okay.
Okay.
It's already nighttime.
I'll just chew on some food that I have somewhere in this.
You still have some crocodile.
I do have some crocodile. I will hand out the
It's
rest
really
of my crocodile
leathery
so that
now.
I can
It's
get
just
rid of
really
it.
tough.
Yes, I will hand
Yeah, it's
out
a
the
little
rest
tough.
of my crocodile so that I no longer have any of that.
Yes.
Let me mark that off.
With that, you guys, about time. You guys head out. You see already Adriel, Wyatt, and Jacob already in the main area, sitting there with their weapons. Adriel. Well, are we feeling ready?
Guess as ready as we'll ever be. I guess I brought my backpack.
Certainly think so.
It's got my javelin in it. I'm gonna keep the javelin in.
Alright, so quick question. This town is laid out in like mainly like rows and columns, right? And then there's like a circle. Okay. So like technically if we had two people, they'd be able to like walk on each side of like the rows and columns.
It's not a straight, it's not like a perfect like cookie cutter thing where you can see all the way down from one side of the road to the other. Like there are some buildings that block your view, but for the most, you can see a fair distance down.
Okay.
But like it is, relatively large area.
Alrighty, so I think
Adriel takes this second. She's like, "Are we sure we want to be separating?"
I was just debating that.
She's braiding her hair.
We have these amulets of
Communication.
Yeah, communication.
And technically they show where the other one is, don't they?
Mhm.
So technically we would always know, well, we'd be able to get to the other person quickly-ish.
So we could break up into two groups.
We actually know how they work.
Yes, we use them to get to the hag.
Yeah, but she had the other piece. Do we know how to operate them both from here? And if one of us is on one side of the city and one of us is on the other, who's to say that, not to throw a wrench in the whole situation, but by the time one of us gets over there, it might be too late.
Wait, no, I cast Identify on it.
Yeah, so we know how
So
they
I
work.
should know.
That was a good one. So, we know how they work. Granted, yeah, if we were on opposite sides of the city, I don't want to bring the horses into this to get there quicker.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I know how it works.
All right. But then again, like, if we are separated, one group gets ambushed, isn't able to contact the other ones, then half of us are dead. You can see my little bit of concern.
Yes, I do see your concern.
We could have check-in time.
Is there a way we can, like, stagger ourselves, maybe? I don't know.
What'd she just ask?
Wait, say that again?
Say that again, you, warbled out.
Maybe there's a way we can stagger ourselves.
Oh, like a patrol, like a circle.
Yeah. We're still going to be separated, but, I guess within eye distance of each other.
That we'd always be able to, like, run across. Yeah.
That's
a
fine.
good plan. But we need a flight path. I don't know. I don't have a visual of the city, so I guess we'll create a logical flight path that will cover.
Yeah. So, this city, is it circular, rectangular, square, like the general, like the wall
Rectangular.
around it?
Yeah, rectangular. Very large rectangle.
Okay, and then in the very center, there's like a circular courtyard?
Yeah.
Okay, so, everything's kind of like circular around that, really, within the rectangular.
Yeah.
Okay, so, really, we just follow each other in a line and just be watching. I don't know.
Because I can get an aerial view.
With Michiko.
But that makes my sight go away.
I can walk with you.
That works. And then I can.
I think we should definitely. I don't think we should watch. We should walk. I don't think we should walk individually.
No.
We can break off into pairs within eyesight of each other.
Okay.
Okay, so I guess we'll just patrol. I mean, I guess we could just start in the center and work our way out and then work our way back in throughout the night. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't really know this. I don't know all the streets and cities in this town, what they look like. I don't think we should go in any alleys or anything. No dark alleys. Stay out in the main street for sure.
Okay.
If anybody has any ideas that they'd like to come forward with.
I already said my piece. I think staggering is the best way to go instead of one of us being on one side, one of us being on the other. Jacob, who looks rather impressed at her strategic abilities, kind of points like, I'm inclined to agree with her. It definitely seems like a viable option. That way we can keep eyes and, we're no more than however many seconds away. Plus, the other ones were killed in groups. Was killed in a group of 2. If we keep ourselves relatively limited in the number of people who we have traveling together, maybe it'll help tempt it out. Hate to say that we're bait. He looks over at Wyatt, who's just, I don't like this. Which, by the way, his hair is up in that low ponytail, by the way.
Okay. So then I guess we'll pair up. I'll pair up with Nora. She's going to use her Hulk to get an aerial view scouring the city. And I guess we'll walk we'll walk in the front, and then you all can follow behind us, stagger out as you please.
All right.
Since I guess we shouldn't have both amulets. Should the last group have an amulet in case they see something behind us? Who's going to be the last group?
The last group?
Person at the end.
The people at the end. So we're not walking in a giant group. We're going to have me and Nora are going to walk up, and then it'll be the 2 next people that are kind of staggered behind us, and then the last 2 staggered behind them. Does that make sense? Like we're all within view of each other, but we're kind of staggered a little bit.
Yeah, makes sense. Jacob and Wyatt both, decide to pair off, and both of them are like, we don't know how to use any kind of magic item.
Can you explain it to them, Nora?
Yeah, I can explain it to them.
Other than that, I mean, I can try.
I'll hand him my amulet. And
he takes it and puts it around his neck. Feels tainted somehow.
So I assume, DM, so Nora knows how to work this, so you just speak into it, or are there extra things that we need to be telling?
You have to take an action to focus on the other one and then reach out. And you have a certain amount of words to communicate.
Okay.
But it's unlimited charges.
Yeah, it's unlimited charges.
Right.
Okay, so basically just...
And then in order to identify, where the other one is, what direction they are, that's another action to focus on that.
Okay, so just focus
we
on it.
Convey this to Jacob and Wyatt. Would you like to try it out first?
Nope. We're just gonna roll with it.
I like that style. Let's head out.
I don't like that style.
Yeah, well, it is what it is.
Adriel and actually Jen pair off as a group, and Talal and Zoom are also a group.
Okay.
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 Girl power. Cuckoo.
I didn't consider that.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm so worried about them all the time that I'm like, they must be with at least 3 other people at all times.
All right, let's go.
They're so precious to me. I can't help it.
We're walking on patrol. I summon Mitsuko and I latch on to. We lock arms, and I'm like, Mitsuko is always gonna be like just an aerial view, but always be able to see me. So that way,
If
If
something
I
is
see
coming
something,
coming
because
towards
I'm
us.
going to be completely blind and deaf. Like, I won't be able, so I'm being very careful about this. So that way I'm not just a lumpless, like...
I'm just like
person.
dragging
You
her
would know.
along.
You would know in order to do this that walking is a little bit trickier, even if you are being led. Just keep that in mind.
I would do that anyway. That's fine. That's tricky. Can I cast guidance? No, I can't. Because it's an action.
Can I get guidance on myself so I don't trip and fall?
Casting.
Buff, 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 buff. With that,
Wait,
you
wait.
guys set out.
How long does guidance last?
1 minute.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna write that down. Never mind.
I was doing my research last night, writing all the things down, and I remembered it at the time. I was like, 1 minute, because I looked at it. I was like, wondering if it was longer.
Yep, 1 minute.
1 minute.
Okay.
You guys head out. 2 by 2 by 2 by 2. As you guys stagger yourselves, it's almost an uncomfortable distance, but it's enough so that you guys are able to keep relative eyes on one another, but there is a moment where if you're rounding a corner or going down one of the main streets, that there's a few seconds of blindness for each person. With that, I need you guys to make a perception check.
I know what.
As you guys begin your all's first few hours.
That's good.
Oh, that doesn't count. Oh, okay, that's good. 22.
Oh,
From my aerial view.
Mine's a 22.
Wow.
Nice. You guys both leading the way. Actually, I also need you to make a concentration check, which is a constitution saving throw. As
Me?
you are trying to focus,
Or her?
on Nora.
Okay.
11?
11. That's just about enough. Despite the ever-present guidance of your cousin, there are a few times where your foot hits an unseen stone and you feel yourself stagger and almost lose sight. But within the first few hours of you all walking about, you do not notice anything.
I'm gonna say I have her in one hand, and my hand is just like resting on my longsword, just in case. I need to pull it out real quick.
You guys walk down one area, turn the corner, heading up towards the woods. Round the next corner.
Oh,
It's
you
very
said we
quiet.
passed the woods?
You do pass the woods.
Do we see Jeda?
Make a perception check.
I don't. Well, from the air? Do I see him from the air?
That is
No, I don't see him from the air.
that is a 24.
24. You do see Jeda, who is currently sitting crouched, eyes wide, looking from side to side, makes eye contact with you and
I was gonna say I
Gives
give
a
him a
nod.
nod.
continues watching. You glance around, and unlike any of the other places where you have been, where in the swamps there was absolutely no sound in the evening, you now hear the sound of very distant crickets and frogs. Various nightlife. You hear the hoot of a few owls as they rush by. You continue walking, your feet clack, 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 walking against the cobblestone. You guys take that moment and round the next corner. I need you to make another perception check for me.
Oh.
Oh, these are just getting better.
Let's do this.
That's a 25.
8.
Nice.
I am fucking paying attention because I know that Nora is. I'm leading Nora along. I'm like.
Yeah. Yes, Nora?
I got an 8.
8. Michiko is having a hard time really seeing. And as you glance around, the moon, which is almost completely full this night, is illuminating. But the casting of the shadows is just throwing you off. There's something about seeing through your familiar's gaze that is just a little bit eerie. as you go forward, you find yourself unintentionally clinging closer to your cousin. But Talavin, as you guys round that last corner and begin heading up that next straight stretch, you actually are next to some of the like the soldier barracks.
Yes.
Some of the areas for them to live and stay.
What do I know this?
You pass by one house, and you hear sounds coming from the inside.
Jacob and Wyatt, do you hear these sounds? I feel like this is something you would recognize. I'm kidding. I'm not. I don't do that. I'm just... Jacob, I'm pretty sure this is what your friends were doing that one time we went to your house.
What sounds? What sounds? What sounds do you hear? Do we need to come?
No, I was kidding. I said I didn't do that. I was just kidding. I was playing. I'm sorry.
Sure.
I said it. I was... Because it was... That would be kind of funny. I'm like, wait, I recognize these sounds from Jacob's house. That one time we tried to see if they were home, and I left them a note. There's lots of sounds.
I don't want to know.
Yep. Sounds like very heavy breathing.
Like, good heavy breathing or bad heavy breathing? Because there is a difference. This could be transforming into a werewolf bad breathing, or
You
like
can
a good
you can
kind
pause
of
for a second. You can pause for a second and try and figure it out.
Pause for a moment. Is it good or
Okay,
bad?
insight. Go ahead and roll either investigation or... Oh, no, this is insight.
Oh, that's even better. A natural 1.
It's really hard. You know, you might have to actually get up and press your ear against the door to really get an idea of this heavy breathing.
That's okay.
Oh.
I'll keep going.
Maybe someone else will catch it.
Yeah. Maybe when Jacob and Wyatt go, they'll be like, I recognize those sounds. Okay, we're gonna keep going. I tried, okay, but it said no to that. My dice is telling me that it's okay.
You guys continue on. You round the next corner and keep walking, treading through. Round the next area.
Road heavy barracks.
We're not gonna find anything, are we? This is gonna be nothing. Okay.
You all make it about to your starting point. Go ahead and make another perception check for me.
He's gonna have us walk in circles all night making perception checks, and we're not gonna find a motherfucking thing.
Why?
Yeah.
Why? I have the high road. I have the advantage point. I got a 6.
12.
The werewolf's like right
The
there.
round that next corner.
Completely...
My 3 a.m.
The werewolf
stomp.
is right there, and Michiko's like.
That heavy breathing has me completely distracted.
Yeah, you can only keep thinking about that heavy breathing.
Oh, heavy breathing. Why have you done this to me?
You guys pass that by that point. Keep walking. Do you all just continue along the perimeter? Or are you guys weaving in and out of the street?
A loop around the outside and then maybe start like weaving in between some of the other streets as well. Have we passed the point where the bodies were found?
That's on the opposite side.
But we have gone through there.
You passed by that once.
Okay.
And so if you weave, you can find it.
In relation to the barracks, where is that? That point where they were killed versus like the barracks.
You guys are if you guys are here, the barracks are over here, and where the killing was like right around here.
Colby. Okay. We're gonna start weaving through some of the other roads, through like the middle, and then come out the other side, and maybe weave back down some other roads.
All right, make another perception check. As you guys
Weaving.
press on.
Darn it! Don't do me.
It's been about 4 hours
Don't
now.
do me dirty.
Natural
I
20.
got an 18 to 4, 22. Finally, from the air.
I need you to roll a d4 for me.
Me?
One of you, unless you want me to.
No.
Well, she said don't roll a 6 in our group
That's it.
message.
No,
So-
this is a D4.
Yeah, I know.
So we can't roll 6
I
with
know,
a D4.
exactly. 81.
That's a 1.
When? Shoot! Is that how many?
My perception is +6. It's a 26. Don't fuck me.
I got a 22 from the air.
I got a natural 20 +6. Don't fuck me.
As you guys are walking, beginning your overall weave, you take a turn. You take another turn. And you keep walking. And there's just this stillness. All of a sudden, as you listen, you begin straining your ears, you notice that the crickets have softened. The amphibians have softened. There's no rustling in the trees. And there's just this gust of wind that blows by, and it's chilling.
Does the wind come this way or this way?
It's coming from the west to the east, which, as you guys are walking essentially southbound, it comes from, it hits your right side and goes over to your left. Just this kind of just a hint of frigidness to the air. And you guys make it about halfway through your weave when you hear something.
I don't hear it. I don't see anything.
Does she see anything? So I hear this?
But you both hear this, and instinctually, as your eyes glance from side to side, actually, no, Nora, from your perception, you see something crawl up onto the roof and lean out over top. Instinctually, your eyes turn up, although they are clouded over and white, even though you're blind. You feel your eyes turn, and as you blink, you break that connection with Mitsuo. And Talavin, your eyes follow your cousins, and you see, silhouetted in the moonlight, these shiny white teeth. This hand clasped. This misty gray wolf. This humanoid wolf form. Muscular. Eyes glowing. Hungry. It leaps down. I need you to roll initiative.